study on goal setting, and it was widely touted on an audio program by Zig Ziglar. Some questioned the validity of the study, so in 1979, the Harvard MBA program launched their own study on goal setting, and they analyzed the graduating class to determine how many had set goals and had a plan for their attainment. Now, interestingly enough, the results of the 1979 Harvard study are almost identical to the 1953 Yale study. In the Harvard Business School MBA study on goal setting, the graduating class was asked a single question about their goals. The question was, have you set written goals and created a plan for their attainment? Prior to graduation, it was determined that 84% of the entire class had set no goals at all. 13% of the class had set written goals but had no concrete plans, and 3% of the class had both written goals and concrete plans for their achievement. The results? The Harvard study showed almost identical results to the Yale study. You've guessed it somewhat. 10 years later, 13% of the class that had set written goals but had not created plans were making twice as much money as the 84% of the class who set no goals at all. However, the apparent kicker is that the 3% of the class that had both written goals and a plan were making 10 times as much as the rest of the 97% of the class. 10 times as much? If the study is actually true, then that would be saying a lot. Having a written goal and a plan to attain it will put you way ahead of the crowd. So let me ask you this. How much do you want to earn this year? And how many sales calls do you need to make each day in order to obtain it? What are you willing to give up in exchange for this accomplishment? For example, I had to give up being a news junkie, looking up 6 versions of the same story. I had to give up looking up sports scores during work hours. I had to give up leaving the office for lunch on most days, not all days, just most. And let me tell you, the sacrifice is nothing compared to the excitement of working toward a goal every day and a written plan for its achievement. How about you?